G'day there. I thought I'd do something a little different and introduce the AmigaOne X1000 next generation Amiga system. Basically this system was released a few years ago now, 2012 I think, running the next generation AmigaOS 4 operating system, and has been developed a few times since then. There's been a number of developments of the operating system, a lot of upgrades, especially around video drivers and OpenGL and other support for enabling games and newer stuff to be able to run on AmigaOS 4. And I have to admit, I've been obviously involved with it a lot with my blog, AmigaOS1000.blogspot.com, and a number of other initiatives that I've done over the time. Obviously I've set up, been involved with the Adelaide Retro Computer Group and a number of other activities, which has been a lot of fun. Basically anything to do with classic and next gen Amigas I'm a huge fan of. So with the streaming now being set up and working, I thought I'd give it a go and just share some of the gaming with you and the system itself. So let's do that a little bit. At the moment I'm actually playing a combination of Amiga Remix tracks, which you can download for free, basically from AmigaRemix.com, and there's a variety of different music of course you can play on this, standard MP3s and AAC and FLAC and all that sort of stuff, using the latest advancements with Amiga Amp and also TuneNet and a few other things to allow you to stream music off the internet, that kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. But because all the copyright police are watching my stream, I'm using something that I know I'm not going to get into trouble for playing. Alright, so AmigaOS itself, this version is what's called AmigaOS 4.1 Final Edition, Update 1, which is the most recent version of this OS. Runs on PowerPC based systems, which limits it to these are special custom systems such as the AmigaOne series. So the AmigaOne X1000 was made and sold until what was it, 2016 or so, and then 2018 they started selling the AmigaOne X5000, which is the latest version. So this version runs at 1.7 gigahertz. The X5000 20 as it's called runs at 2 gigahertz. The newer one, I think there's newer ones in the pipeline as well. There's also an entry-level machine that's coming, which is the AmigaOne A1222. I'm actually involved in beta testing that with a new version of or updated version of AmigaOS 4 that will support the hardware in that. That machine is designed as an entry-level system, and is designed to be more attainable by people who have a very tight budget for buying these sort of hobbyist fun machines. I mean, no one's buying one of these systems thinking that they're going to be able to do everything that they can do with a modern PC, but what is really great about it is just to see the development and the amount of new functionality that AmigaOS can do. I mean, having owned a classic Amiga since 1988 myself, I've seen all of the development of the systems over many years, and it's really exciting to see just what you can do with the machines now. Having a semi-modern web browser, being able to do normal web browsing, and being able to view YouTube and other things as well, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, I have to admit I'm pretty happy with the machine. So you can download new releases from os4depot.net, which basically has all the latest releases. You can also use an online store, much like Google Play or Apple's App Store. Basically, AmiStore is written with the idea of being able to purchase software electronically, support the developers who are still making software for the Amiga, which is pretty exciting. and it's good to be able to have that and be able to support those developers. And it, of course, it's a limited small market these days for next-gen Amiga stuff. Obviously, most people are using modern PCs and Macs, myself included. But I love mucking around with Amiga stuff. It's just so much fun, and it has been for all of my life, really. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to, I guess, miss out on any of the new stuff. But as you can see here, there's a few games here that you can pick up. There's other programs as well, utilities and so on, artistic applications, being able to basically, do art, gallery, creating your own art and stuff like that. I'm not an art person, I'll say straight off the bat. So, but it's great to see that the software's out there and that people can use it. There's also software that's sold outside of this. You can also purchase separately things like Hollywood, which is a great development tool which works across iOS, Android, macOS, Windows, and also on your native Amiga, whether it's classic or next generation like this machine. So basically that's a very exciting thing, because you're actually able to develop software cross-platform, and you can do it all from your next gen Amiga or your classic Amiga even, if you've got a suitably upgraded model. So yeah, that's pretty exciting, and being able to participate and be involved in this, and some of the software I've been involved in some testing, especially around games, but not all, as I said, not all software is available through this. There's a number of different websites you can go to, and you can use sites like AmigaWorld.net or Amiga.org to keep on top of what's happening. There's Facebook groups that I'm a member of, like Commodore Amiga and Amiga, and your local user groups, like there's Brisbane Amiga group and Victorian ones. There's 2 of those, and one here in South Australia, of course. A number of other ones globally, I'm sure. And that allows you to keep tabs of what's happening in the Amiga world and see what's happening with new software and so on. So I think it's pretty exciting world to be a part of, and I encourage people to give it a go, really, because it is a lot of fun. So let's close that out and we'll stop web browsing. Yes, so in terms of AmigaOS 4, well, this is AmigaOS 4. Much like Workbench 3.1, sorry, you have your normal preferences and stuff like that. Obviously, there's a lot more options around what you can do with that now, because there's obviously a lot more functionality required these days. The system has support for SATA drives, has support for the latest, well, not absolute latest, but recent, still available, Radeon HD graphics cards using PCIe, as well as being able to use DVDs and things like that, being able to read those. USB support. I think it's exciting that we have all these things, and for example, I can connect my iPhone into this, and I can sync my photos across to my AmigaOne X1000, which is really cool. And there's a lot of other functionality that you can do as well, but I couldn't possibly go through all of that right at this moment. But I just wanted to give you an idea of just some of the things that are possible. If I just close this for a minute, you can obviously play movies and stuff as well, which is pretty cool. And let me just get that back to the beginning. Actually, this video is from AmigaOS 2014, which is a show that I actually travelled to the US to go and see. And there was one of the guys there put together this summary video of the show itself, which was pretty cool. This show continues to happen every year, and I'm hoping that it will happen this year, but it depends a little bit on coronavirus and what's happening with that, and how the US is going by the time we get down to October, when that event normally happens. But I believe it's still happening at the moment, but they're keeping a close eye on what's happening with what's going on. But as you can see, you can play back pretty well. You can actually play back up to 720p without a problem on this machine. I believe that with the X1000, with the newest Radeon drivers that have been released, which support the new RX chipset, you can actually run 1080p video, which is pretty cool. I do have an X5000 as well, but currently that's running MorphOS, which is another next-gen AmigaOS, and that's something I might look at another time. Yeah. So we've got things like Qt's been ported to this, so we've got quite a few applications that exist that work under Qt. So if I just close that. So you can get things like SMTube and stuff, which is constantly updated, and basically this software allows you to play back you know, YouTube videos. It's one of the more challenging aspects of web browsing, although you can play back YouTube on just minimize that. If you can play it back on the actual web browser as well, but I find that the performance is not as great. So SMTube is a way of getting around that. I think it reduces some of the overhead, and it does a few other little trick things as well. But yeah, it's pretty neat. And anyway, this just gives you an idea of the sorts of things that you can do with it, I guess. And I guess that was what I wanted to show, really. So all right. See if I can get this to boot, and if not, then alright, it's happening. Oops, I just ran it twice. Let me just close one of those. But I'll only run this for a few seconds because I know the copyright police are out there. But yeah, but you can watch, you know, your videos and all that sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. You know, this is streamed across the internet in real time, so you know, it just goes to show that there's so much you can do with these new Amigas. It's pretty cool. Alright, so I'll close that before I get too excited about that on the sensors. Alright, so let's have a look at some games, because that's always of interest to people. So I wanted to have a look at, I think previously I had a look at Spencer, and now it's probably worth having a quick squiz at that too, but I'll run that initially, and then we'll do a couple of different games, and I won't spend long in each one, just enough that you can see what sort of games you can get for it. I guess the point of all this is, you know, there is software out there and it's being actively developed, so it's pretty cool to see that, I think, and I hope to see more people supporting it. This particular game is pretty exciting because it uses the OpenGL ES support, which comes, or ES2 support, sorry, which comes from the newest drivers that have been released for AmigaOS 4.1, and basically that was released by a company called a-eon under what they call their enhancer pack, which allows you to patch your AmigaOS 4.1 installation to have a lot more functionality than what you get out of the box. But in addition to that, includes the drivers that allow you to run more games and stuff like that. And that's pretty cool. I really like the fact that we've got these new games, and it's important to support them to keep the market going, really. And you know, this particular game was written by a company called entwickler-x, and basically was written for Amiga first, and has since been released under the Nintendo Switch. And they've released a number of their other games also on the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, the reality is that um, most of these. Where are we? I need to get through that. I forgot how to do it. There was a time. That's it. There we go. Yep. Cool. Yeah, so I've bought a lot of games from these guys over the years. They've been very good supporters of AmigaOS 4, and it's very exciting to see. Oops. See these new games coming out and taking advantage of the new software that's been written and the new support for the new chips and OpenGL ES. It's just really great to see. So that's one game out, and let's see. I'm hoping to show a couple of games. So let's see if I can run this one. If things crash, I'm sorry. That's the problem with running things all in sequence and using the streaming. Amigas are still using a non-protected memory space system, so the reality is that things can and do crash. If it happens, I'll have to reboot the machine and we'll probably drop the signal for a little bit. Let me just drop this to full screen, which should make it a little bit easier to see. Sorry, I should have done that earlier. So this is Super Tux Kart. Actually, this has been recently updated again to take advantage of the OpenGL ES support. This is by a guy called PowerPC. He's written a lot of stuff. Obviously, this has been ported from Linux originally. Oops, I started too soon. But he's been heavily focused on porting a lot of Linux-based games that are freely available to work on the AmigaOS 4, and it's been really great to see that. The game I showed you before, which was Spencer, was basically using it's a commercial game, and there's quite a few of those available now for AmigaOS 4 as well. So there's a mix of the ports and also the new games. So as I said, I was just hoping to show a few of those to you today, just so you get an idea of what's available. Suppose I should have gone right, shouldn't I? Oh, I don't think it really matters, does it? Left, right, I don't know. It's one of them. I have to admit, I never actually played this on Linux itself. Really, I'm not. Even though I have Linux and I've set it up many times, I don't normally play a lot of games on it. So it's kind of cool to experience them on the Amiga because I haven't actually played them much on Linux. Ha! I was waiting for you. Don't know. Yeah, it's kind of cool, and these sort of games we just never have imagined that an Amiga would ever be able to play. So it's actually really nice to see that we can do this now. We need the end, surely. Yay! I win. Alright, back to the main menu. Quit. Alright. Let's see if we can do Voxelbird. Alrighty. This is sort of like the old, you know, variation of Flappy Bird, I guess. That iOS game from a few years ago. You basically just keep clicking your mouse. keep the bird in the air. And it's pretty cool. I actually don't mind it. You do run out of energy eventually to keep clicking the buttons, but it's kind of fun. The voxel side of it makes it a little bit more interesting, and some of the enemies are pretty cool too. So yeah, it's not a bad game. Oops. Ah! Missed. Not that good at it, obviously. Menu. So let's look at Voxenoid. Hopefully that's working. Yep. Cool. So yeah, this is a cherry dialing game, and some of these games are free, some cost money, so it depends on the game. I think this one was free from memory. It's a donation game, but you really should donate if you want to keep these sort of developments coming. So let's do simple and start. Yes, cool. You can see okay? Yep, good. It's sort of a variation of the old Arkanoid game, which I used to play in the classic Amiga many years ago. Yeah, which was a lot of fun, but it's frustratingly difficult. This has the same sorts of power-ups as well, but it uses voxel views to make it look a little bit more modern, which is cool. Much like Voxelbird, it's the same author that made this game too. But I actually like yeah, it's something different, so... Ah! Multiple. And I missed all of them. Oops, and I missed that too. Come on, we gotta at least clear one, otherwise I'm gonna look really dumb. Ah, that makes it a bit better. Yay! I got through one level. Ah. But yeah, lots of cool stuff. So let's exit out of that. What else? We've picked a few from them, so should probably pick something else. Oh yes, of course. Tower 57. This is a game that I supported for Kickstarter and was released on PC and Mac, but it was also a version made for AmigaOS 4, which is really cool. So yeah, you can actually play it, and that was the reason why I supported it. I really wanted it on AmigaOS 4, and here we are. We have it. So let's pick a new game. Pick our characters. Let's pick an easy level because I'm really not very good at games these days, so not as good as I used to be. I was one of those backers. Find a way into the tower. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I think I have to go this way from memory. We need a gun though, because it's not going to get very far at all. This is a wimpy weapon, isn't it? Ah, save game. Huh? I was curious what that was. Anyway, as you can see, it's a pretty cool game. Lots of fun. Ah. Wow. Come on. Seems like a never-ending stream of baddies, that part. Ah! Got killed. I think it gives you your other character. I did that. Yeah, but we did that. Don't know. Did that bit. Missing something, obviously. I don't see anything else around here. Ah, it's opened. Okay. That makes sense. hell. Can I just hide back here and shoot him from a distance? It's a bit wimpy, isn't it? Might have to though. Bloody hell. Oh, that was good. I failed. Oh, it was fun. Quit. Yes. Let's have a look here. So, what else can we try? This is, oh, let's play it offline. It's another entwickler-x game. Sort of like, what's it? Bust a move, I guess. Oops. I think, if I remember correctly, they released this on iOS as well. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. You sort of know what you're getting with this sort of game. That's pretty cool. What else could I show you? Yeah, I can't really show you Amiga Racer anymore because he doesn't sell that anymore. But I can show you Prototype. No, I did want to show you that. So let's dig that up. Sort of like R-Type, I suppose. But you can download this for free. It's on OS 4. like that one. Thank you, that one. I think I'll keep that one for a while. I like that one. It's getting a bit busy now. Ah. No. Oh dear. I should remap this to the control keys, and space keeper's firing is a bit difficult. Ah. I'm not very good at this. Let's see. What's that going to try? I don't know if I can run that with the newer drivers or not. Oh, I'm concerned. It's like some of this stuff I haven't tried it on the new drivers since I updated, so I'm not 100% if it works properly or not. But I will try some of them anyway, and we'll see if they work. Yep. There you go. Well, that was worth a shot, wasn't it? I'll reboot it. Alright. Fortunately, that doesn't take very long. Alright. I wonder if this works. Let's see. If I run this full screen. Hopefully that works. Yes, good. What's going on here? Not sure what's going on with that. Sort of. It's not working well anyway. I'll reboot it. This is the thing when you do live, you don't know what you're going to get. Anyway. Okay. As I said, some of the stuff I haven't tested with the new drivers yet, so I don't know if it definitely works or not, but some stuff I know definitely does work. Let's see here. Just go through here. And what am I looking for? Quick 3. Not sure why it doesn't work for the shortcut icon. It's going to the same place, but that's okay. So it's just going to run a little bit small, so I will adjust it a little bit, and then I'll adjust the screen as well, because I have the technology. There we go. And let's do a skirmish. Fight. Alright. Here we go. I mean, this is an old game, of course, but it's good to see it actually working on the Amiga anyway.
You have lost the lead.
I won't do that. It's mean. Ah! Okay.
You have lost the lead.
I've lost the lead. Well, I better fix that then, hadn't I?
You are tied for the lead. You have taken the lead.
I have taken the lead. Yeah, I just need some health. Badly. Where's the health? There's some more over there. That's better. Yeah, someone's got quad damage.
You are tied for the lead.
Lurking. Come on.
You have lost the lead.
Lurking. No one there. Okay. Gotta go and find him, I guess. Floating around somewhere. Where are they? There's one.
You are tied for the lead.
You're tied for the lead. Alright, let's get him. Anyway, you get the idea. It's good fun. Alright, let's exit. I'll just put that back here. Yep. Cool. Yes. Excellent. Alright. What else? Well, I suppose it's giving you a good flavour of it, so I'll probably do some more another day, but I wanted to give you an idea of what it was like, and yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? There's a lot of interesting games, so by all means, please check it out and try to get involved. And you know, even if you're using AmigaOS 4 under emulation using the PowerPC version for classic Amiga, which you can use. I've covered on my blog previously how to do that. So you can do it through your emulation on your PC. You don't need to have this specific hardware, but I will point out that there's a big speed difference. Running it on the native PowerPC system is much faster, and obviously the graphics card support is a big deal for the games and stuff like I've shown you today. So yes, but in any case, you can also run classic Amiga games on here too through emulation, and there is also compatibility to run native Workbench 3 applications through AmigaOS 4. So you're not limited to um, just running OS 4 native applications. So for example, I can run Final Rider 97. Well, most of the time I can run it. And it works fine, but today it's not. I think I'll probably serve myself right for trying to run too many games at once. But anyway, that's the thing with not having memory protection, and I think that's something that we definitely need to work on and try and improve in AmigaOS 4. But it's a difficult thing. Once you start mucking around with that too much, you affect compatibility with older applications that need that, and you risk alienating your user base of people who like classic Amiga stuff, want to be able to run it. So it's a balance. But anyway, but hopefully that's given you some ideas and some interesting things about what is possible, which is pretty exciting, I have to say. So definitely, if you get the opportunity, I recommend it, giving it a go. So yeah, so let me just find, where is it? Some mods just to finish this off. So yeah, anyway, I hope this has been interesting. I hope you've seen some stuff with AmigaOS 4 that's been interesting. I've shown it warts and all. You do get crashes, it happens. But there's a lot more interesting things happening with it. There's a lot of extra software that's being released, and I would love to see more coming out, and I hope we will. But in the meantime, until next time, I'll leave it for now, and we'll catch you again soon, I hope.